We are back, Peanut Gallery. Let's talk about the Royal Rumble, starting with the pre-show match.
Hooray! Asuka and Charlotte versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
I knew this was going to happen.
For the women's tag team champions, it was on the pre-show because nobody cares, and it was pretty standard. There was interference at the very end.
Yeah, with Lacey Evans, Ric Flair. There was like a loaded women's right to Charlotte, which is like, did anybody give any kind of explanation other than Ric Flair banging Lacey on why they're attacking Charlotte?
Nope, but you know that's going to be a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, unfortunately. So yes,
it actually might be good for Lacey's career.
Oh yeah, definitely. Charlotte can pull a match
Charlotte
pretty well.
Charlotte doesn't need another title.
No. And as long as she's out of the title scene, I'm not going to be pissed off. Anyway, it was a leg drop to the back of Charlotte to take the pin. Yeah. And Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are tag team champions again.
So it's good that Asuka didn't take the fall.
Yes. Keeping her safe for now.
Yep. Because she is still a champion.
Yes, but now with the Women's Royal Rumble, I have no fucking idea who's going to face her.
Right.
So anyway, Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg for the WWE Champion.
I'm so glad that this match was short. I'm so glad that Goldberg did not win this match.
Yes, and I'm very glad that they started out with this match because it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It was a Goldberg match. It was pretty bad. It was 2 minutes and 20 seconds. What do you expect?
And Drew McIntyre hit a Claymore. Drew McIntyre tried his best to get a match out of him. Goldberg wore shorts. He looked really bad.
Yeah.
The people who escorted him out there are people from the retirement home, and they had to put a catheter in. So have fun, guys. So thank God it didn't pop. But yes, Drew McIntyre is still WWE champion.
Which I'm wine with.
Yes. And people are like, oh my God, he's still a champion. Yeah, who's going to beat him right now? Drew McIntyre is on the top of his game. Anyway, Sasha Banks versus Carmella for the SmackDown Women's Champion. The match was fine. I just don't like how they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
But it was a bank statement for Sasha to retain.
Yep.
People were like ogling over Sasha's gear for some reason. It's Louis Vuitton. Let's calm down. But yeah, Sasha did win. It was a fine match.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks.
It was very forgettable, though. It was a very forgettable match.
They had a much better match at the last pay-per-view.
Yeah,
they had a much better match at TLC.
But I think people are looking forward to the Royal Rumble matches.
Right. It's like okay, these are filler matches because, I mean, I hate to say this, but the Royal Rumble is a one-match card.
Right.
Let's do
a two-match card in this case nowadays.
Right. And then there are some matches that are very good. So, Royal Rumble, women's. Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to list these in order.
Okay.
And then we'll obviously make some comments if we want to.
Right. Make some comments as we go along.
So, Bayley was number 1. Mm-hmm. Naomi was number 2.
Which I'm surprised that Bayley returned.
Or Naomi. You mean Naomi.
Naomi. Which I'm very happy with.
Thank God. SmackDown needs it. Bianca Belair was number 3.
She was the eventual winner of this match.
Thank God.
Which I'm actually surprised
I'm so happy about that.
Her reaction, though, to winning was almost genuine. So I asked, do they actually let them know, they're
right?
Winning? So
they're going to do Sasha and Bianca at WrestleMania. Thank God. That's going to be a great match, and you know it. Billie Kay was number 4.
That was our comedy relief.
But Shotzi.
I don't know.
Well, she went on commentary. She went to the person giving her the little resume with her picture, which is really funny. And they did something with Shotzi's little tank because they had a tank there, and that's always fun.
But otherwise, it was forgettable. Shotzi was forgettable.
Shayna Baszler was kind of an Iron Woman here.
Yep, she
did very good.
A little bit,
right? Toni Storm, she was pretty forgettable in this match. This one was kind of crazy. Jillian Hall was number 8.
Jillian Hall.
She was not in ring shape.
Jillian Hall and Billie Kay, they came into the ring together and started doing some tag team.
Right, they did, and it was actually kind of fun. I liked it. Jillian Hall was just not in ring shape. No offense to her. I did kind of pop because I wasn't expecting it, but it was kind of funny. Ruby Riott was number 9. Okay. Victoria was number 10. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was fine. That was your nostalgia act.
I know. Peyton Royce was number 11.
I love how Peyton Royce and Billie Kay tried to do the Iconics thing.
But Ruby Riott stopped it. Santana Garrett was number 12.
Forgettable.
Yep. Liv Morgan was number 13. Forgettable.
With Ruby Riott, it kind of contributed somewhat. But
right. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was there. Whatever. Rhea Ripley was number 14,
which was actually really good. Now she was also a very good powerhouse.
Mm-hmm. Charlotte Flair was number 15.
Yep.
So
somebody lasts till the very end too.
Yep. Dana Brooke was number 16, pretty forgettable. Yep. Tori Wilson was number 17. Once again, very forgettable. Lacey Evans was number 18. They really pushed the Charlotte Flair rivalry more, which I thought was fine.
Lacey Evans, Lacey Evans actually lasted pretty long there, so I'm actually impressed.
Mickie James, number 19, returned. No, she was fine. Thought she didn't do anything bad. Nikki Cross came in. Her theme music is garbage, and that pissed me off slightly. Alicia, okay, we got to talk about this. Alicia Fox came in number 21. R-Truth comes in like 3 seconds after, thinking it's the men's Royal Rumble. A bunch of other guys come out, so they clean house. Alicia Fox, this is during the Royal Rumble, by the way. R-Truth was pinned by Alicia Fox to win the 24/7 champion. Alicia did some more stuff in the Rumble. She was eliminated, and then R-Truth pins her for the 24/7 champion. I liked it. Like I thought at first was a little disrespectful, but I thought they did it in a way to where it did not take away from the match. We needed a cool down.
And you have to understand too is that they were trying to break the match up because it was such a long match.
And with R-Truth is just great. Nice little comic relief. Personally, I was not offended by it. I thought it was nice.
I wasn't offended by it either.
It was super easy.
At first, I thought, what's going on? And it's like, oh, well, that makes sense. And I'm glad it wasn't too involved. Like, it came in and it left within, like, there wasn't 2 minutes.
There wasn't, like, a bunch of women, like, pinning Alicia Fox for the belt. And it didn't flip hands a bunch of times. It was literally Alicia Fox. She did some stuff. She was eliminated. And then R-Truth pinned Alicia Fox.
Because Alicia Fox and R-Truth have been doing a lot of stuff together, too. So that makes sense. Continue that storyline.
Mandy Rose is number 22. Dakota Kai was number 23. Forgettable. Carmella was number 24. Kind of forgettable. Tamina was number 25. She did some stuff that I thought,
the actions with her and Shayna Baszler
and Nia Jax. Her with Rhea Ripley, where they started to fight. That was pretty fine. Lana was number 26.
Now this is where Lana got her revenge on Nia Jax.
Yes, eliminating Nia Jax. So there was a good nice little storyline continuity there, which I thought was weird.
I imagine that's going to continue.
Now this one was fucking weird. Alexa Bliss was number 27, so she was about to go full crazy, but before she could, this was not even 5 minutes into her appearance.
No, this was like 2 minutes in. Rhea Ripley eliminates her.
We didn't see it. We did not see her go full crazy, but people wanted to see her go full crazy.
You know that they're going to save that.
I thought she was going to come in later. She was my pick. Obviously, I was wrong. So, Ember Moon was number 28. She was there. No, she was there.
Okay.
Nia Jax was number 29. So, she was very much more involved in it.
We talked a lot about Nia Jax already, so, you know.
And then Natalya was number 30. She was attacked before she got in, but then she was thrown in, so Natalya did some stuff. And I think like the last four was Natalya, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
So and then Bianca Belair did win. This was a great Rumble.
It was okay.
I liked it. I liked this Rumble a lot. Bianca Belair, I think overall was the right call.
I think so, yeah.
I just thought it was a great call. The one thing people bitch about WWE not making talent. I think we should really focus on they're not making good male talent.
They're making great.
They're female talent. Holy crap! Who the fuck do you have on here that does not look weak?
Right.
You have Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, all 4 members of the Horsewomen, Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm. All of them. The list can go on, and it's like, oh my god. I could theoretically have seen Natalya, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, or Bianca Belair win the match, and I would have been fine with it. So, that's kind of why I really like this, because it really showed how absolutely strong this division is. So, I was very happy about that.
All right, well, let's talk about the in-between match,
Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, a last man standing match for the Universal Champion. I really did like this match.
It was an okay match.
There was some creative stuff. The one thing I'm really going to irk about was, so Roman Reigns was handcuffed.
Right.
He was handcuffed underneath one of the little pillar platforms where the lights and some of the stuff was.
Yeah.
And the point was for Paul Heyman to come out and unlock the cuffs before that happened.
Right.
They had to cut away from Roman Reigns and the referee who was counting because they could not get these handcuffs off of Reigns. people. Like, we know what was going on, and I even said on my Twitter, by the way, you should follow me on Twitter, I am Tiger Trump. I was like, this was a 10 count 50 counts ago.
Right.
Because literally they were playing with these handcuffs for like an hour.
Right.
But yes, Roman Reigns did win. He retained the Universal Champion. Great match. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a really nice little breakup.
It was.
Yes.
All right, let's move on. Men's
Royal Rumble. We're going to do the same thing as we did last time. I just forgot to put a winner because I was too excited. So, number 1 was Edge.
Eventual winner.
Number 2.
He was very involved.
Yes.
Obviously, in most of this match. Randy Orton was number 2. So here's the thing is that Edge and Randy Orton fought outside. Randy Orton got bruised. He went backstage.
I thought he was really hurt, but then he come out and he was fine.
He came back out at the very end.
I saw this like weird bruise going around his leg. I'm like, oh, that does not look good.
So Randy Orton was the last person eliminated in this match.
Yes.
So he left
because he left.
Back.
Yes, he left because his leg started to bruise up pretty bad, and he was gone for pretty much the most of the match.
Right.
Sami Zayn was number 3, somewhat actually fairly involved.
Yeah, he was. He was there for at least half the match.
Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Was number 4. Jeff Hardy was number 5. Nothing. Dolph Ziggler is Zeigler. Dolph Ziggler.
He was pretty involved.
Oh yeah, they were trying to push him because Nick Nemeth was, or not. Was it? No, it's not Nick.
Ryan Nemeth.
Ryan Nemeth was on AEW Dark,
Yep.
and I guess they actually put a contract on the table. Please. Shinsuke Nakamura was number 7.
Yep.
I really wish he won.
He lasted pretty long though.
Oh yeah, Carlito was number 8. Carlito was enormous.
Yes.
Good Lord.
He went full gender.
Oh God, man. I mean, he didn't look as veiny and as like his
Right.
steroid. He looked like he like really pumped in some weight. He looked good. He looked really good. Xavier was number 9, pretty significant in the match.
Yeah.
Big E was number 10. Once again, there's your
tag team. Right?
There's your tag team, very close in succession. There we go. Succession, whatever. John Morrison was number 11, kind of there.
Yeah.
Ricochet was number 12, kind of there. Elias was number 13, doesn't matter. Damian Priest was number 14, and he was very significant.
He was very involved. He eliminated quite a few people.
Oh yeah. The Miz was number 15. Kind of there. Mm-hmm. Riddle was number 16, very much there, and looked very great.
4.
Yep, very good. Daniel Bryan was number
5.
Yes, Daniel Bryan was number 17, definitely Final 4.
Yeah,
and that was your choice. Kane was number 18. What he did a lot. It was very meticulous on what he did. But it was there, and it was very thing. And Damian Priest eliminated Kane.
Right.
So once again, I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, they're going to push Damian Priest.
There was a little tiny Team Hell No reunion.
Right, and it was all well and good, but Kane is, obviously fat and does not look great in the suit. King Corbin is number 19.
He was pretty involved in the latter half of the match.
Otis was number 20. He had a little house of fire to begin with, but then he was eliminated fairly quickly. Oh, yeah, Otis. Dominic Mysterio at number 21.
He did okay, and then he kind of got thrown over the edge by, who was it?
King Corbin eliminated him.
That's right.
Bobby Lashley was number 22. Obviously extremely involved.
Yes, very involved, very dominant.
I'm surprised no other members of the Hurt Business were in the match, but whatever. Hurricane Helms was number 23. Little comic relief guy right there. Yep. Christian was number 24.
So Christian was one of the final 4.
And he looked good. Yeah. He looked very good. AJ Styles, number 25.
So almost got involved a lot.
Yes, he was.
We had mentioned almost had prevented AJ Styles from being eliminated a number of times.
And then he eliminated a bunch of people by himself. We're definitely going to be seeing
so AJ Styles eventually got eliminated because...
it was Sheamus threw...
Oh, that's right. Sheamus threw him. Initially, it was going to be towards
Omos, but then he threw him away.
On the other side of the ring.
But there was a match teased, and I really liked it. Oh, it was Braun Strowman. No, Braun Strowman eliminated him. It was Braun Strowman and Omos, what they were teasing. I'm like, ooh, that'd be cool. Be nice. Anyway, Rey Mysterio was number 26. Yep. He looked fine. Just kind of there. Sheamus is number 27, very much involved.
Yeah, very dominant that latter half of the match.
Yep. Cesaro's number 28. He was there.
So we had a little bit of a bar reunion.
Yeah, we did, and it was very nice. Seth Rollins was number 29.
So he returned, and he was with the final 4.
Very excited about that.
And then number 30
was Braun Strowman.
So
obviously very involved.
Right. So the final 4 were Edge, Christian, Braun Strowman, and
Seth Rollins. Yep.
We're not counting Randy Orton because Randy Orton came in after all the rest of them were eliminated.
Right, because Edge eliminated...
Christian and Braun were eliminated at the same time.
Right, and then AJ Styles was hit out by Edge, and then Randy Orton came in, RKO'd him, about to eliminate him.
Seth Rollins was eliminated by Edge.
Oh, yes. Seth Rollins was dumped out, and then Randy Orton came in, RKO'd Edge, about to throw him out, but then Edge turned it around, threw him out, won the Royal Rumble. This was a very good Royal Rumble.
It was good, yeah.
I really liked it. Christian was probably my most surprised entrant.
Yeah, I think so.
Right. So we're going to do a different caveat for this. Okay, because that was the end of the show, and I thought it was very good. It was paced nicely. Really liked it. I want match of the night. I want your star rating, but I want your biggest surprise on both Royal Rumbles.
Okay.
Go.
So match of the night was the Women's Royal Rumble. I thought it was slightly better than the Men's Royal Rumble was.
Okay.
Especially because I like the winner.
Mm-hmm.
The winner is someone that we haven't seen before, someone who's kind of newer, someone who kind of deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Match, the star rating I give is a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
So pretty average. Wasn't
the best, wasn't the worst.
Wasn't the worst. The most surprising entrant in the Women's Rumble. Most surprising entrant, I'd probably have to say, I don't want to say Rhea Ripley because I kind of knew that she was, but maybe Jillian Hall, but she...
We have Jillian Hall and Victoria and...
Victoria's whatever, but Jillian Hall actually was a little more involved than Victoria was. So
right.
Yeah, I'll go with Jillian Hall for the women's, and then for the men's, obviously, we'll go to Christian for the men's.
Most certainly. Okay.
That's what I have.
Right. I thought the whole show was solid. Hopefully, they'll keep up this momentum for 2021, because it's the first WWE show for 2021, or at least pay-per-view wise. I'm going to give the match of the night to the men's Royal Rumble.
Okay.
I did think that it was a little more of a better paced show. And I thought that there wasn't enough silliness. I thought the silliness in the women's kind of took it away, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give I'm going to give the overall star rating a 3 as well. Thought there could have been some better stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give my surprise for the women's to Victoria.
Okay.
I thought not only her being there was kind of surprising, but I thought she did well. And then with the men's, I'm still going to give it to Christian.
Okay.
I just thought because I thought he was done, honestly.
Right.
But then him coming back, how he looked and how involved he was, too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to him. But I just thought I really enjoyed it. It put a really good ending to January. I am very happy with Royal Rumble.
All right. So what is going on next weekend? We are doing a very special show because...
So next weekend... We are not doing the show on Sunday. We're doing it on Saturday.
For obvious reasons.
Yes. With the Super Bowl, we're going to talk about pro wrestlers in football.
Football players in pro wrestling.
Right. And then pro wrestlers in football because there's an interchangeable thing there.
Well, pro wrestlers usually don't move to football. It's usually the other way around.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
For the most part.
Yes.
Obviously, for some rare exceptions.
Well, I mean, if you talk about a football player who goes wrestling, then that's football. But we're going to talk about the connection between professional football and professional wrestling.
Right. So yes, so that will be for next week.
There won't be a Bible study. There won't be a wrestling lesson.
Nope.
It's all going to be football.
It's going to be a very short show just because of preparation. Obviously, you have enough fucking content for tonight.
Right.
So
Jesus.
I know. So thank you all for listening to this enormous rant of the show. If you did enjoy it, remember to leave a like, follow us on wherever you're listening on all your podcasting streams, share it with your friends, and become a patron. Follow us on social media, and as always, be
majestic.